Here we go. I'm sitting in my Mack truck. Yes, my Mack truck I now own. It only took me, what, 50 odd years or something to buy a Mack truck. Not a new one, of course, but I don't want a new one. This is Bob's old F-model Mack, Richmond Towing, Adelaide. I see he's got a typical Bob. He's got a Western Star steering wheel on a on the Mack. He probably had to replace the original steering wheel for some reason, and I bet you anything you like, the Western Star one was a hell of a lot cheaper to buy. Good old Bob. You know, in all his life, he never actually bought a new car, believe it or not. Unbelievable. Just wheeling around a bit. Having a bit of a, so you can have a bit of a look. Robbie's actually wound the windows up, believe it or not, and he's replaced the. He's put that. He took the Richmond Towing 2A out, which is fair enough. But I see he's left the CB. I presume it still works. I wouldn't know. There we go. Bit of a look around. I'll get Dominic to clean all this cab up. I reckon a lot of this will, will come up with, like when they detail, a car. Because apart from that rip, there's a rip in the seat there, which I'll see if he knows someone who can fix it. Apart from that rip, it's considering its age, it's 1978 model, believe it or not. Of course, it wasn't brand new when Bob got it. It was a road train, and it fell over and was rebuilt. And of course, Bob, picked it up cheap from, and then he turned it into a tow truck himself in the backyard here. I did a bit of years ago while they were building it, and it sat in the shed for a couple of years. Bob never does anything in a hurry. And I drilled a few holes in it to put a few side lights on, I think it was, and a few things. So this was a sleeper. Yeah. Let's see what he's got. Paperwork he's got here. All sorts of. Don't know if this paperwork's got anything to do with the truck. Oh, that might be that CB there actually, Bob. Yeah, that could be that CB there, believe it or not. Probably why Robbie threw it in here. Probably took it from the office somewhere. Wonder if it's got the overweight. Years ago, because we used to actually tow road trains occasionally without separating the trailers, and we used to have permits to do it. So, what else has he got here? Well, that's just the. Already got a copy, so it's the VIN number and all that sort of thing by the look of it. There you go. A Richmond Towing receipt book. Because the sleeper wasn't fitted out very well, because being a tow truck, it wasn't regularly slept in every night, like a normal semi would. It's only when we did the long jobs back to interstate. And we've got a few bits and pieces still in there. It's like Bob's glasses. Good old Bob. Poor old bloke. Yeah. Yeah. So I wonder if I can do it. I'll do it. Turn it around, do a selfie of me in me truck. Turn the camera around, see if I can do a selfie. That's what I used to do years ago, because I never had the mobile phone I had years ago. Never had cameras and all that on it years ago, and what I had was a normal, 35mm camera, little camera. And I used to hold it like this at arm's length, and then I'd drive down the road and look straight ahead like this, like I'm doing now, as I was driving down the road taking selfies. So here I am Selfie me Mack truck. Yep. There we go. Yeah. I reckon this will clean up pretty good for its age and its condition. Considering the amount of work it's done. It was always a working truck, never a show pony, of course. The amount of work it's done over the years, the cab's in pretty good nick, really. Yep. Yep. Anyway, I might turn this off and yeah, sit here for a while and in my nice new old truck. Yep. Yep. I can remember when I was about 17 years old going into Mack's, showroom their spare parts, and I actually bought one of those Mack dogs, which are on the front of every Mack truck, and now after all these years I actually own one. Pity I'm too old and too buggered to drive it. Oh well, it's going to live in the museum. I'm happy with that. If I was fitter, what you can do with these old trucks, you get what they call club registration, and for $80 a year you can register it, and you can drive it several times a year to club events. They do truck runs around the place, but I'm not healthy enough to do that. Yes, I could do that if I wanted to, but yes, the normal registration is thousands of dollars a year, but for $80 you can drive it around these club events. Of course you can't do any sort of work with it or anything, but yeah. Anyway, I might just turn this off. Sit here and dream. My Mack after all these years. My own Mack. Yeah. Well, I can see the speedo. Speedo probably doesn't. I don't even know if the speedo works on Bob's trucks, or whether the odometer is correct. I can't read it from here. I might be able to see it later when I look at it. But yeah, yep. Anyway, I'll turn this camera off now. Me Mack truck.